Hey YouTube, it's Cash. Today we're going to make music with test equipment, but before I get into that, I want to say I'm very excited. This is the first of many videos that I'm going to make, sharing my experience. I've been making music, producing, and recording, and working with weird stuff like this for over half my life, and I thought it was time for me to share my knowledge with you, and I figured utilize my YouTube channel to do that would be the best way. So why this? You did modular synth a few years back, but didn't stick with me. But I really like the idea of working with this. I like using old equipment. I like that sort of vibe, and also I like the challenges and the sound behind working with this, as well as the tones that you can get, and the sounds are really, I think, are interesting and unique. This is just a small selection of what I have. I'm working on the studio in my house right now. I built a studio in the old house, and I haven't quite got as acclimated in this one yet, but that'll be part of the video journey, on this channel. So if you're into that stuff too, please subscribe, like, share, at least come back, and I'll try not to disappoint you. So back to this. So this is sort of like the melody section here. And this is the rhythm section here. This is like an HP unit. This acts as like a sequencer, but really interesting unit I want to highlight is this BCP data sequence generator. This doesn't make any sound on its own. You have to put a clock into it for it to work, but it's sort of like a clock, data, click, rhythm brain. You can control a lot of the tones. You do some very fine adjustments, which is interesting. And it also has an error switch, which creates like this randomness. It's supposed to put error into the data. So it's kind of like almost like his like a human-esque kind of element to it, which is really interesting. I got to give a shout out to Hainbach. He kind of turned me on to this more. I've had some of this stuff lying around, but I decided I saw some of his videos really blew me away, so I decided to kind of expand my collection of this stuff. He knows I've got a lot more stuff than this, but I knew that this was enough for me to be musical. And it gives me a chance to kind of like work with specific pieces and kind of familiarize myself with them. So that's kind of a helpful thing too. But he does a video on the do's and don'ts as far as working with this stuff, so I'll put a link to that down below. It's very helpful if you ever want to get into it. But big disclaimer is that you never want to leave it on, and preferably even plugged in while you're not around, because it's old stuff and it can flame up on you, so you got to be really careful. And you also want to be careful when you input it into your other equipment, because it's got some of it has high voltages and it can fry your stuff. So I'll get more into this in a later video, but I wanted to talk about some effect pedals, because I'm going to get a little pedal crazy in this video. And these are the pedals I'm going to be using. I've got the Rainbow Machine by Earthquaker Devices, another Earthquaker pedal, which is the Arpanoid, the Dunkulator Ring Mod by DOD or DOD, whatever you want to call it. Small Stone by Electro Harmonix, or this is the L Nano version. The Tensor by Red Panda. I have the MXR Submachine. And last but not least, the Wardenclyffe by Hungry Robot. Hope you liked the video, and I won't be doing all these sitting on the floor. I just wanted to kind of show you what was going on here. So please, again, like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's see how this goes.